Hello my beautiful internet friends and welcome back to my channel. So today we are at the end of an era. It is so sad. It is finally the end of my first ever project pan and I want to show you guys my progress and give you guys my final thoughts and opinions about the products I chose and how my first project pan went and give you guys, the full scoop. So let's go ahead and start talking about some of these products. So I did pick two different eyeshadow palettes for project pan and I gotta say one went really well. Like one eyeshadow palette, I did amazing with it. The other one, not so much. So the first one I want to talk about is the one that I did amazing with, the ABH Soft Glam palette. I knew right from the get when I picked this in my original project pan video that this would be a very easy palette for me to get through because I do love this palette. It was my everyday palette at the time, so I figured, this was me throwing myself a bone here. And when I initially started with this palette, I had already hit pan on the shade Burnt Orange, and then also the shade Sultry was broken. But I did want to hit pan on 3 to 4 more shades in the palette total other than those two. And guys, I am so proud to say I have hit pan on a total of 8 shades in this palette. 8 shades out of 14 I hit pan on. Can I get a round of applause? I mean, come on, that is so many shades. Like literally, I have used the majority of this palette. Isn't that like insane? I know it's been a year, but like I used other palettes obviously, and I still managed to hit pan on 8 shades in here. I did originally want to hit pan on some of the pinkier tones in here. That did not happen for a single pink shade in here. I apparently don't know myself that well. I'm just not a pinky kind of girl. I don't really wear pink eyeshadow or pink anything really, so I played myself by wanting to do that, but I am really happy I did hit pan on a lot of these darker shades out here. The black was like my end game goal, which I unfortunately did not hit pan on the black shade, but black's hard to hit pan on because I use it every day, but I only use like a little bit of black. I don't use a lot of black, so I feel like maybe that's why, but I'm still proud about this, and honestly at this point I think I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this palette away. Even though there's still some shadow left in it, I know it's kind of wasteful. It's very old, and honestly the shadows don't perform the same way anymore like they used to. I've had this palette for a very long time. I think the shelf life's only supposed to be like 12 months anyways, 18 months, and I've definitely had this for like 3 years. I've had it since it first came out, so it's been like 3 years. So yeah, the shadows don't perform the same way anymore. I've used most of the palette, so I think I'm ready to just toss this, unfortunately. What I will say about that though, it was well loved in its time. The 3 years I own this, it has been used and abused. I got my money's worth out of it, at least I think. So yeah, this one, she's done, and I'm very proud of this goal here. Okay, the next palette I chose was the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil eyeshadow palette. Now this palette, I'm ashamed. I have barely made a dent in this palette whatsoever. Back in my original project pan video, I said I wanted to hit pan on 3 to 4 shades in this palette. Again, apparently I don't know myself that well because I don't play with color that often. And I really thought by putting this in my project pan, it would make me play with color more. I was wrong. Even when I would play with color, I would never grab this palette because I just learned throughout this past year, I don't really like this palette that much. Like, it's not that great of a palette. The shades aren't that vibrant. They don't blend that well together. I thought I liked the palette before I got to use it a bunch, and it's not that good. It's okay, but I know I have better colored eyeshadows in my collection, so I don't like this palette, and I thought I did, so it's just weird. But I did hit pan on one shade. I hit pan on that purple shade right there, but I will be honest with you guys, I only hit pan on that shade because when I had purple hair, I would use that purple to fill in my roots when my blonde would start to come in. That is the only reason I hit pan on that shade, because I would use it to cover up my roots. That is the God honest truth, and it's sad that that's the only reason I hit pan on it, but it's what happened. I did use this palette more because of Project Pan, but I didn't use it the way I thought I would and probably should have. But now I know when I do round 2 of this challenge, because I do want to do Project Pan again, I'm going to do another year of it with different products of course, but now I know not to pick a palette like this again because I know I'm not going to use it. I do want to pick a palette with some colors, but not a full-on rainbow palette like I did in the original. We all make mistakes, no one's perfect. Alright, another failure of mine in this project pan was my Anastasia Liquid Glow in the style Perla. Now, this I thought I could use up in 1 year. I really did. I didn't think there was that much product in it. I do use quite a bit of it when I do use this product. And the main reason I even included it in a project pan is because I wanted to get rid of it. I love cream products, but I own way too many of them, and honestly, I forget to use cream products. I try my best to remember to use them, but if I'm in a hurry and I'm in a rush, I just put on my powder on top of my foundation and don't even think to use a cream highlight, bronzer, or blush. I love them. I think they're beautiful, but when I'm in a hurry, and most days I am, I really just don't think about it. I'm trying to get better about including it into my everyday makeup routine. But yeah, the main reason I included a liquid highlight is because I wanted to use it up because I knew it would go bad because I never use them. And I will say, I did use this liquid highlight a lot more than I probably would have if it was not for Project Pan, but I unfortunately did not use it up. I did use quite a bit. I mean, I will say this is quite skinny now. There's not a ton of product left in here, but there's still some product left in here. I am going to continue to use this up. I'm not going to include it in my round 2 because I just don't see the point in doing that. But you know, I am proud of the fact that I have used, I want to say probably at least half of it up. I mean, this is, you know, it's getting there. Yeah, I'm going to continue to use this. I do want to use this up, but I do not think I'm going to be repurchasing any more liquid highlighters because I do own a couple more besides this one. And if it took me over a year just to use this one up, I don't need to buy anymore. You know, I'm trying to be more I'm trying to be more aware. I'm trying to be more aware of the makeup I'm buying and like how much I'm buying. I'm trying to like cut down on that. So yeah, I think I'm done buying liquid highlighters for now, but this was a good one and I'm gonna keep using it, so. You live and you learn. I did include a powder highlight in this Project Pan as well, and guys, I don't know what went wrong here. I don't know what happened here. I included the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I picked this highlighter out because I thought I was throwing myself a bone here. This was my everyday highlighter at the time. It still is. I use it literally every single day except for like maybe once a week I don't use this highlighter. So I'm using this highlighter minimum 5 times a week, guys, for a year now. And even before I started Project Pan, I was using this highlighter all the time. So I thought, oh, this will be easy for me to hit pan on. It is a limited edition product, which pains me to use up. I know I can't use it on camera all the time because you guys can't go out and buy it anymore, so I don't want to have too many limited edition things for YouTube purposes. So I was like, you know what, I'll hit pan on this, use it up, get my love out of it. It'll be easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let me tell you, it has been lemon difficult, okay? I still have not hit pan on this highlighter. It is broken now, so I have to be careful with it. But almost every day for a year, I've been using this highlighter and no pan. It's flatter now, like it's like flat now, but I haven't hit pan on it. And I don't understand how I have not done that. Anastasia girl, we need to talk. How do you have never ending highlighters? Like, I just want to know why I have not hit pan on this. I did my best. I don't want to take the L for this one because I know damn well if it was any other highlighter, I would have hit pan on it. Like, I just don't know what happened here. I don't know. I have no answers. Anastasia, text me. They don't know I exist. I included a lot of Anastasia in this Project Pan. For my next Project Pan like series or whatever, I'm gonna make sure I mix up the brands a bit more, but I included a lot of Anastasia because A, I've owned Anastasia since like high school, so these are kind of older products for me. B, Anastasia is one of my favorite brands, so I just own a lot from them. Anastasia and ColourPop are probably the 2 brands I own the most from, so it was gonna be a lot of those 2 brands no matter what I did, so that's why. I wasn't trying to like use up Anastasia or like endorse them in any way. I own a lot from them and mainly from them and ColourPop, so that's why. But anyways, in my original Project Pan video, I did not include a blush, but at the 3-month update video, I decided to include the Anastasia Peachy Love Blush. I did this for a couple of reasons. A, I just wanted to challenge myself even further. I was getting kind of bored with Project Pan at that point. I mean, 3 months of using the same products relatively all the time. It does get kind of boring, especially for a makeup enthusiast and addict like myself, so I was like, you know what, I need to include a blush in here just to spice it up. Plus, I was using this blush almost every day anyway, so I was like, you know what, let's include the blush, throw myself another bone, make me feel better about all these other failures. The 3-month mark, I included the Anastasia blush, and I didn't really have too many goals with this. I just want to throw it in here just for shits and giggles. And in the 6 and 9-month update, there was no pan in sight, no pan at all, and I was like kind of upset about it, but like I wasn't too heartbroken about it because I didn't use it for as long, and honestly, blush you don't use a lot of anyways. Well, I kind of do, but you know. But a few weeks ago, I did hit pan on the shade Nectarine right there, so I'm pretty proud about that. I wasn't expecting to really hit pan on this. Again, I just threw it in here because why not? And the fact that I hit pan on it relatively quickly in comparison to the other things I've been using for a full year is kind of crazy to me. It just really shows how much blush I use all the time. It's kind of a problem. But yeah, I hit pan on Nectarine and I'm very proud about that and I love that. I'm gonna keep this product and keep using it up because I do love all 3 shades in here, but yeah, I mean, that was kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting that. So roughly a year ago when I started this project pan, I decided I was not going to be buying any more contour palettes. Contour palettes are just not something I use. I still stand by that. I don't use contour palettes. I use a bronzer and then maybe a contour shade. I don't need a whole palette. It's honestly just a waste of space. They're always really big. I don't use all the shades in them. So I told myself for project pan I wanted to use up the only contour palette I had left in my collection because I decolored all the rest of them. And that is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. So when I originally started project pan, I had not hit pan on any of the shades in here. Not a single one, and my goal was to hit pan on one face shade and one contour shade, and then go from there if I hit it before the 1 year mark. And I believe I first hit pan on one contour shade. I don't think I hit pan on Princess Cut in the 3-month update video, but I think by the 6-month update video I did. And I did eventually hit pan on this face shade right here called Halo. So I met my goal with this one. I didn't exceed my goal with it. If you're wondering about this shade right here, Crown, that fell out a long time ago. I didn't use it up. It broke. But yeah, I met my goals with this one, so I'm pretty proud about that. I didn't exceed them, but you know, it is what it is. This I'm probably gonna give away to a friend or family member because I simply don't need it. It takes up so much room in my collection, but it was really expensive, so it's kind of hard to like part with, you know? But yeah, it's a good palette and I like it and I'm glad I met my goals with it, but I'm kind of over it and I want to give it away to somebody that will love it more. Alright, let's talk about the lip products because the lip products I have learned the most about myself from, and I'm taking this knowledge with me into my next Project Pan series because wow, I went through lip products like crazy. So back in my original video, I picked one lipstick, one nude lipstick that I knew I'd use every single day and I figured it'd be relatively easy for me to use up. I did not realize how easy it would be for me to use up. I picked the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Cookie, and I had that sucker gone by the 3-month update, like well before the 3-month update. I think in a month and a half I was done with that lipstick, which makes sense. It was my everyday go-to nude. I was reapplying it constantly throughout the day. Like it makes total sense why I use that up. I wasn't expecting to use it up, you know? It was just really weird. So then in my 3-month update video, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna include a second lipstick into this just to make it fair and to keep using up my products because I own so much makeup, lip products especially, and I just really need to go through and declutter and use up these items because I need the room. I don't have the room for all this makeup. I don't want to make room for all this makeup anymore. I really want to like minimalize my collection a little bit. So in the 3-month update video, I introduced the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Dream Date. And I used that one all the way up by the 9-month mark because it was a bit newer, so it took me a little bit longer to go through. By the 9-month mark though, I had gone through now 2 lipsticks. So I decided at that last update that I would just include one more lipstick just for, you know, fun. Why not? Let's see if I can use up a third one. I included the ColourPop lipstick in the shade Butter. Now, I did not use this lipstick all the way up, but I did get through it. I have it on my lips right now. I think if I keep using this, I will have it used up probably in a couple months. But yeah, I used up 2.5 lipsticks in a year. That's crazy. I didn't think I could do that. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, but like, that's crazy. So yeah, guys, that was my first round ever of Project Pan. I gave myself like a 6 out of 10 on the how well of a job scale I did. Because I did meet a lot of my goals. I surpassed quite a few of them. But with that BH Cosmetics palette and then also like the liquid highlighter and the regular highlighter, I didn't even make a dent in those products. Like, I'm pretty disappointed in those, but it has taught me lessons on the products I'm going to use in my next Project Pan, which I will be picking those products out soon and doing a video on my next Project Pan journey here in the next probably week or so, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's how my first Project Pan went. It was okay. I did average at best. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you for being along with me in this Project Pan journey. If you have any product suggestions for my next Project Pan, let me know down below. Or any like colors that you want to see more of, any certain type of products like eyeliners, Super Shock shadows, things like that. I want to use like kind of different products in my next Project Pan, like more complex than the basic blush contour eyeshadow palette. You feel? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys so much, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.